It all started with a dream, a bold vision nestled in one man's heart. A dream that, at first, seemed far away and out of reach. And a mouse, a small rodent that, ironically, would become the giant of the entertainment industry. In 1928, Walt Disney, a young animator with endless ambition, faced a big setback. After losing the rights to Oswald, his first successful character, he created a new character during a train trip. A journey that would not only take him from one place to another, but also transport him to an unimaginable future. An optimistic mouse named Mickey, a symbol of hope and joy in tough times. A character that showed how strong people can be and how they can find happiness in small things. Lillian, his wife and trusted friend, suggested the name Mickey, a simple name, but one that would be known worldwide. And so, almost by chance, the symbol of an empire was born, an icon that would go beyond generations and cultures. Huge success came with Steamboat Willie, a short film that would change the animation industry forever. Steamboat Willie, the first cartoon with synchronized sound, charmed audiences and opened up new possibilities for the art of animation. Walt realized he was creating feelings, touching people's hearts, not just making cartoons. He was offering an escape from reality, a moment of joy and hope. His dream was bigger, much bigger than just making movies. He wanted to build a magical place where families could escape reality, have fun together, and fully experience fantasy. Mickey Mouse became the cornerstone of the Walt Disney Company, the base on which an empire would be built, showing optimism, never giving up, and the strong belief that anything is possible with hard work and dedication. The first success allowed Walt to invest in new technologies, attract talented artists, and expand his creative ideas, always looking for new things. The studio grew very fast, becoming a place for new ideas and a home for smart people. And over time, famous characters like Donald Duck, with his quick temper, appeared. Goofy, with his sweet innocence, and Pluto, the loyal and lovable dog friend. Together, they made the Disney world bigger, adding new stories and adventures. Walt was building a brand that would mean magic, new ideas, great entertainment, and family values. But behind this magical and fantasy appearance, behind the smiles and joy, there was a more complicated and darker truth, full of problems, hard work, and tough choices. The Disney empire was just starting to grow, to become a strong power in the entertainment world. And its story, like any big empire, would have times of great brightness and times of deep darkness, with light and shadows forever mixed together. Disney sells an image of perfection and magic, a place where dreams come true. But behind this facade, there have always been controversies and secrets. From the beginning, labor tensions and creative disputes stood in contrast to the image of a happy family. The magic was the result of an intense and often unfair work environment. The company kept the enchanting product separate from the difficult creative process. Over time, reports emerged about working conditions and questionable practices, staining the brand's perfect image. To maintain perfection, Disney controlled not only its creations, but also the stories told about its own history. The Disney studio was a creative place, but it was also very demanding and unfair. Animators worked long hours and were paid unfairly without getting the credit they deserved. In 1941, led by Art Babbitt, the employees went on strike, demanding basic rights and fair pay. Walt Disney refused to talk things over, accusing the strikers of being communists, and the fight became public. In the end, Disney was forced to recognize the union, but the atmosphere was never the same. The strike showed the human cost of Disney's magic and left a lasting mark on the studio. Walt Disney was a visionary, but also bossy and controlling. His need for perfection created a scary and stressful environment, where disagreeing could cost you your job. The 1941 strike showed he didn't like people disagreeing and made him even more distrustful. Walt became a strong anti-communist, working with the House Un-American Activities Committee and the FBI. He told on former employees and union members, fueling the witch hunt in Hollywood. This political side rarely shows up in official biographies. Walt used his power to protect his business and promote old-fashioned values. Understanding this part of him is key to understanding Disney's company culture. During World War II, Disney became a propaganda factory for the American government. The studio made training films and patriotic shorts using characters like Donald Duck to get the public involved. These cartoons helped make the enemy seem less human and pushed racial stereotypes, especially against Japanese people. This partnership made Disney's ties with the government stronger and cemented its role as a defender of American values. After the war, the company was more than just entertainment. It was a cultural institution linked to political power. This alliance shaped Disney's image for decades. Disney's power to influence would only grow from there. After Walt passed away, Disney went through a time of change. The company, which used to be guided by its founders' unique ideas, needed to find a new path. Disney entered a period of fast growth. The leaders aimed to get money from different places and make their mark bigger in the entertainment world. Under Michael Eisner, the company changed a lot. The company spread out into new areas, looking for ways to work together and grow in different parts of the entertainment business. They brought old cartoons back to life, bringing back the sparkle and magic that had made Disney famous in the past. They put money into TV, hotels, and stores, growing beyond just theme parks and movies. The big jump came with smart purchases that helped Disney grow and become more powerful around the world. ABC, one of the biggest TV networks in the United States. Pixar, the animation studio that changed the industry with its new stories and top-notch technology. Marvel, the home of superheroes that won over the world with its movies and famous characters. Lucasfilm, the famous company behind Star Wars, one of the most popular and money-making movie series ever. And in 2019, 21st Century Fox, one of the biggest media companies in the world. Each purchase made Disney bigger, making it a world leader in entertainment. And Disney's power over global entertainment became clear, shaping culture and people's imaginations all over the world. The launch of Disney+, the company's streaming service, marked a new step in this growth journey. This made their control even stronger, giving subscribers all over the world a huge collection of movies, shows, and programs, bringing content directly to people without needing anyone in between. Disney's huge growth made people worry about its effect on the entertainment industry, about one company having too much control over culture and power, and a lack of different voices, with the risk of all culture becoming the same. Critics warned that Disney, with its size and power, could stop new ideas and creativity. Of one company deciding what popular culture will be, shaping what people like and prefer. Society's stories and values, with the risk that other ways of seeing things and other stories might be pushed aside. The Disney empire became a global thing, found in every corner of the world. It became almost everywhere in popular culture, changing how people enjoy entertainment and how they see the world. Walt's dream, which started with a mouse and a cartoon studio, became something much bigger. It grew into a big company that rules the entertainment world and shapes global culture. With power like never before, Disney became a force to be known and looked at closely. But this power brought new problems and duties, which the company needs to deal with to make sure it has a long-lasting and important future. New challenges and duties that need a deep look at Disney's role in society and the world. With its huge content empire, which includes movies, TV shows, theme parks, and licensed products, Disney has a lot of power. It shapes what's considered good and bad for kids and adults all over the world. Their movies are everywhere in the world, teaching us what's good, what's bad, and what it means to be a hero. But when they do this, they often show a perfect, simple, and old-fashioned view of the world. This view doesn't always show how complicated real life is. The company controls its movies very tightly, from the first idea to showing them to people. They make sure to soften any touchy subjects that might cause big arguments, and sometimes they even keep quiet about criticism that goes against their company image. To get into global markets, which are becoming more and more important for their growth, the company often edits its own content, changing its content to please strict governments and countries with different views of the world. For many years, Disney showed traditional gender roles, often making them seem like stereotypes, and they didn't show much variety in their characters and stories. They only started changing when there was more pressure from the market and a demand for more inclusion. When a huge company like Disney controls imagination, it naturally limits the different kinds of stories that get told and shared widely. It also makes it hard for other independent creators to compete. as they struggle to find a place in a market ruled by just one player. As a result, popular culture might become too much the same, controlled by just one Disney style, with stories and characters that keep showing up in different forms. This limits our ability as a group to imagine other futures and to question the rules that shape the world we live in. Disney faces ongoing accusations of copying and taking ideas. The Lion King was compared to the anime Kimba and Aladdin to the Thief and the Cobbler, raising questions about how original they are. The company denies it, but the similarities are clear. Also, adapting fairy tales and Marvel characters made billions for Disney, while the original creators got little or nothing. Many artists signed bad contracts and weren't properly recognized. Disney turned cultural stories into global products, often without fair pay. This way of doing things puts profit over creative fairness. These issues stain the company's magical image. Disney shapes the childhood and imagination of billions. This makes it super important to look at it closely. Behind all the magic, there's a powerful company with its own goals. Knowing the other side doesn't mean you have to stop loving their stories. It just means you enjoy them with your eyes wide open. We should ask questions about the messages they send, who benefits from their huge control over culture, and how they treat their workers. Recent events show how Disney controls stories and protects its own interests, even when it clashes with their own creative people. This company is first and foremost a tough business. Asking questions is a way of being a good citizen of culture. We should look for information and demand that they be responsible. If you like this video and want more stories that show the hidden side of world-famous companies, go ahead and hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, and turn on notifications. Every week, there's a new episode with truths that a few dare to tell. And tell me in the comments below, what other empire do you want to see uncovered behind the curtain? See you next time. And remember, not all magic is just pixie dust.